Hello there, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be teaching the concept of soft delete in Laravel. Laravel have a concept in which you might not delete your data completely. It will be in your database, but it will not be showing. When you query the data, it will not be showing. So it's a level of confirmation in case you don't want to delete your data permanently. So today I'm going to use it to teach us, and I titled this creating recycle bin with soft delete in Laravel 8. It's actually a way of showing you how the concept works, how soft delete works. You can actually restore data that you have deleted. It will not delete completely, and you might choose to delete it completely. So that is what we are going to be teaching us. So today I'm going to be doing a live coding. Actually, I'm not going to start from the beginning. I'm going to start from one of my articles I've written about Laravel 8 crude. So actually we are using it as a boilerplate so that it will be a way of making life easier and making it shorter. So I'm going to clone the app. I come to my GitHub. I'm going to clone it. It's looking for my repo. Now I get the article. This is it. I clone it to my database. I go to my location, then put it to dev here. Now I can call it here. I'll select it. Now I click on it. It will now clone it. Now after cloning it, I'll open it up. So I'll open it. Now I'm going to create a database from it so that it will be actually storing the data in the database. Now I'm going to do composer install to install the dependencies that we needed for the project. Now it's taking time. Okay, our app have finished, the composer have finished installing. Now the next thing we are going to do, we are going to copy the .env file to example file. So we come here, we click on this, we say cp.env.example.env, and this will create an env file for us. And once it's created, we are going to create a database. Now we are going to call it Laravel 8 recycle bin. Now after doing that, I have to go to my database. I come to my database. I'm going to create that. Click on this. I create a database. I call it Laravel 8 recycle bin. Now I create that. Okay, that, yes, it's exactly the same way. Now after we have done that, we are going to generate our key. Now we'll say php artisan key generate. Now, okay, this has generated a key for us. Now we are going to be, after that, the next thing we are going to do, we are going to run migration. Artisan migrate. Now the migration has run very well. Now the next thing we are going to do, let's see if the app is actually working. We say php artisan site. Let's see. Okay, it's open up. Let me follow the link. If everything works well, we are here. Now if we move to projects, okay, we have this. Okay, everything is working perfectly. From this, you can check out this from my other tutorial I created on Dovetail. Once you go to Dovetail, you can check dev.to. Now coming there, you can search for Kingsley. You can search for /Kingsley Kings Consults. searching for King's Crossroads, it brings out my profile. You can click there and follow me, or you can check out my other article. The article I'm following is from this article, so you can check it out. Now after that, now let's move on. Now we have created our our app is now working. The next thing we are going to do right now, we are going to add a column to the existing one, because if you come to this and check the migration files that we run, you are going to discover that coming to Laravel 8, coming to the project, we are going to discover that it has for this column: name, introduction, location, course, created at and updated at. This is for the previous article I read and from the previous ones I have, but we are going to add another column to this. Now how do we add another column to this? We can go to alter the table. Now we are going to say PHP coming to this. I open my this terminal. I have this PHP artisan make migration. Now what is the migration? I'm going to say add delete at to project table. I'm going to use table so that it knows the table we are going to be talking about. We are going to say project. Clicking on that, it will create a migration file for us in the database migration. Now if you come to this point, you are going to see the migration file that is created for us. So we are going to add a column. Now the column we are going to be adding is the column deleted at. In Laravel, this concept of soft delete, what it does is that it's going to add a date to the model. It's going to add a date to the model, the soft deleted at model. So once Laravel Eloquent sees that date, that means automatically that data is deleted. So it will not pull it out. So when you are fetching with your Eloquent, it's not going to appear there. So we are going to add that column. Now we add the column. Going through the documentation, the column is table soft delete. This thing brought it up, soft delete. Now that is for the up. Now coming for the down, we are going to add it in case it goes down. We say table drop. If drop soft delete, we have it here, drop soft delete. Yes. Now when we have done that, so the next thing we are going to do is we are going to run the migration again. So we come here and say PHP artisan migrate. This runs a migration. So if you come to our table, refresh this, we'll discover that a deleted at has been added. This is where a date will be added here. Once the date is added here, Laravel recognizes, the Eloquent recognizes that data has been deleted from the database. So now the next thing after that, we are going to add a thread. Add the thread to the model. So we come to the model, come to our model here, look for projects. Is now getting there. So we are going to use soft delete. It brings it out. Now if you look at this, my IntelliSense have actually brought this, the Eloquent, the Illuminate database Eloquent soft delete. This is the path to the soft delete. So adding this soft delete trait to this model will automatically tells it that anytime a data is deleted, it should not permanently delete the data. All it needs to do is add a date to the data, to the delete at data. Eloquent knows that once that one is added, that data has been deleted from the view. So after that, we are going to add a route to retrieve the deleted from, because what I'm actually going to do is, now after I've deleted that, I should have a place whereby I can be able to query and see all the deleted data, so I can be able to find it. So we are going to add a route on this, a get route. So I call it route get. I give it a name, project. It's under project slash, I call it deleted projects. I will call the controller I'm going to use. I'm going to be using project controller. Give it the class, then I'll give it the controller method I'm going to be using. I call the controller method get deleted projects. Now I give it a name. I always give it a name so that it will be unique and a way of making it easier, even making it easier for me to code and bring out the data I need. So I'm going to call it, I'm going to copy this, and typing is not that fast. I paste it there. Now I've given it a name. After I've given it a name, the next thing I'll go to is a project controller and write the method. I call the method there get deleted project. I'm going to write the controller for it. So I come to app http, I come to controller, I come to project controller. Now I move down. Okay, we continue. I had a little break. Now we'll go project public function. I call it get deleted projects. That is what we have in our, that is what we have here. I can just come here and copy it without wasting much of our time, then paste it here so that we'll be sure of what we had. Project this. Now I'm going to say projects. I call it projects is equals to the eloquent, the model, only trash. Now what this only trash means is that it will only bring out, fetch only the data that have a date in the deleted at. So anyone that have a date, that is the only one it will fetch. It will not fetch any project that you have not deleted previously. So what this thing does is to only delete the trash. That is why the function is only trash. That means it only deleted the trash one, the ones that has been deleted previously. So paginate, because we are only going to get that. I want to paginate only 10, bring in only 10. Now I'm going to return our view. Our function is going to return a view. Now the view is projects, that is projects deleted. Now we call it deleted projects. We call the view deleted projects. Now we are going to send all our deleted data, that is the project, to the view. So we put projects. Now width. This width is so that my pagination now can able to do my serial number. So request, and it's going to collect request. Now if you collect the request, it's going to ask the input page. Now page 1 minus 1. Have to be patient with me for live coding. 10. Okay, I think we have this. No, we reduce this. We don't want it to spin round. We like to make my code easier to learn, and from afar you can see it. Now we have created a view with deleted projects. Now we are going to create that blade file. We are going to create that blade file. So we come to this, come to our resources. So come to resources, we come to views. Now we locate projects. This is what we had before on the project. Now we are going to add one. What is the name? We say deleted projects.blade.php. And when we have that, we open this. Now because of our time, we are not going to be writing all the HTML and everything. We are going to come to the project index and copy what we have there, because a lot of things might not change. So once we copy it there, we paste it here. Everything will always look almost the same. So already we have projects here. So if everything works well, if I go to this, if I go to what is this, deleted projects, if I come to this and go to deleted projects slash deleted projects, okay, it's here. Everything works okay. It's still the same. We have deleted projects because we just copy the index. We just copy the index and paste it here. So that route is working. That in the blade file is now working. So now let's proceed. We are going to customize this. This is just for the blade. This is just for the index. We are going to customize it to the point for our own. Now we are going to add a button to this point, to this, so that to the index, so that the index can be able to redirect us to where, to the recycle bin. So we go to the index. Where is the index? Come to index here. Now looking at this, we might need to add the button by the side of this plus. So we are going to add the button there. So this is the plus. Now by the time we add the button here, now I can say this is view, I can call this view deleted projects. Now I'm going to use which font also I'm going to use. This is circle. So we are going to use recycle. We can have, now let's go to recycle bin, font also. Now come to font also. Which one can give us something that is similar to recycle bin? Now something similar to recycle bin, we say recycle, having recycle. Okay, we have a recycle here, so we can pick recycle here. So instead of FA, we put this and we have recycle. Now having recycle, now let's go to our index. This, because this is index that we are editing. Once we go to index and click on it, it's supposed to bring us another one. Yeah, it brought out the recycle. So we don't need it to have it. We can change the color. Instead of success, we can have it as warning, so that the color will be different from the other one. Yeah, we have warning there, but it does not look great. What I want to show is, so that I will show you how it works. Now the route, what is our route? The route there is what is the name we call the route? We call it get deleted project. So by the time we copy this and go to our index, instead of project create, we say create this, we add this. So refreshing our index, if everything okay, everything works well, this is supposed to take us to this. Okay, we are here. It's working very well. Everything is okay. Now we come to this, we do some customizing. So instead of having this plus, okay, we cannot create this, so we are going to remove it. Now but instead of removing it, we can make it in such a way that it can still take us back to our index. So instead of putting create, we can go to index. Which font we are going to use? Our home. Let's say we use home. It will take us back to, it should take us, okay, yeah, we have something like a home. So clicking on this, it takes us to the index. Clicking on this, it brings us to this point. Perfect, everything is okay. Now by the time, so we still need to customize these pages. Now coming to this point, we have some distance, some this icon we have here. So what the icon does is this one deletes, and this one show, and this one edit. This is what we have for the project. Now let's create a project first so that we see what those things does. Now if we come here, we create a project. Now we call it recycle bin. Okay, we call it a recycle bin. Say this is a video for recycling data. Okay, let's just stop there. I will call it location. Let's say Lagos, Nigeria. Because I'm from Nigeria, I can just call any amount and submit. If everything works well, now we have a project here. Okay, now we have a project here. So those icons, what they did, this one, you want to see the project, you want to edit the project, or you want to delete the project. So that is what all this thing, this icon does. Now, but we want to go to this. So from here, what we just need is two icons. Now, for a demonstration purpose, let me delete this. I can delete this. It has been deleted. You can see that it's no longer here. But once you come to the recycle bin, you are going to see it in the recycle bin. This is in the recycle bin, but it's no longer on the project. Do you get? Now let me show you an example of what we mean. By the time I refresh this, okay, by the time I refresh this, you are going to see a date is added here. Let me create another one. You are going to see. By the time, if you are creating a project, they deleted that. Let me say, click on this and say project 2. I call it project 2. Okay, project 2 intro. We do it our time intro. Locate. I use this. I call it. I put any figure. By the time I put this, now once you come to this, if I refresh this, you are going to discover that this one will not have any. They deleted that will be none. So if they deleted that will be none, that means the project, you can still see the project here. You can still see it on your index. Did you see? We can see this on our index, but we cannot see the other one, the first one on our index. That is what it does. Now, coming to our recycle bin, we have this. So we are going to change those icons. So instead of this, we are going to change this icon. Delete. I remove this from. This is for the delete. The other one. Now we have. I can use not show. Let's say this one will be restore. Let me call it to restore the deleted project. So this one will be for restore. So I'll give it a name. Which name will I give it? Let me think about a name to give it. Let me say I call it restore deleted project. I call this route restore deleted projects. It's going to collect the project ID. Everything looks okay. Now I'll call it restore deleted projects. Now having that, what will I use? Let me say I use window restore. I think I remember there's a window restore. We'll just use this as temporarily. When you are doing your own, you do this. Now the next one. Now, like I told you, I'm going to teach you how to restore it, and I also am going to teach you how to permanently delete the data from your database. So you can choose to sub-delete it, you can choose to force delete it, that is deleting it permanently. It will be gone from your database. So now let me create that, let me give that route, but later we'll still go to our web route and add it. Let me call this one delete. I call it delete permanently. I call it delete permanently. So let's use danger. False trash. Let's use trash and color. we give it test danger. Let's call it test, give it test danger, so that anybody that want to do that, we know that what you are doing will be very delicate. Now we have created this. Now the next thing we are going to do, now we've created two routes here. We created restore deleted route, and we also assign deleted permanently. Now we'll copy this. Let's go to our web route, add it. Now for those of you watching this video that are using Laravel 7, now the difference between Laravel 7 routing and Laravel 8 routing, there's no much difference. For Laravel 7, to get the route, you do something like this. You can say, let's give it, call it restore, we call project slash deleted, let's say deleted projects, because here we want to restore those deleted projects. We will give it an ID. It's going to collect an ID. Now going to collect ID. For Laravel 7, they have something like this. This is how they do their routing, but this is Laravel 8. So Laravel 8, this will complain about the class, but for Laravel 8, you are going to put it inside an array and a project and a controller method. So we say this is project controller, and the class, then what is the name of the route. I copy the name of that route that I created there. This is restore deleted. Now I give it a name, restore deleted, and paste this. So having that, we have created that. Now we are going to head on to our controller and add the controller method, because already we have given the route, so we need to add the method. Now coming here, we say public function. What is the route? We call the route this. The route is going to collect an ID. Now the ID of the project you want, the very project you want to restore. So we call this. Now we say, let's assign it to a project. It's a variable project. Now we go to our project model, and we are going to query it where ID is equals to the ID of what is being passed. Now we can choose to do with trash. There's a function with trash. Now what this does is that it brings out only the deleted, with both the deleted and the one that is not deleted. And we also have only trash. You can have only trash. Do you understand? You can have only trash. Do you get? But right now, let's use with trash. You can go to the documentation and see the one that is most preferable for you. But I'm going to use this only trash. I'm going to get the first one. So by the time I get the first one, something is wrong here. Okay, I use a capital letter while the other one is a small letter. Thank you for my intelligence that pointed it out. So what will I do? I will use restore. Now, once I get that project, that very project I want to restore, I'm going to call the restore function. By the time I call the restore function, then I return. So I return redirect to our, where are we going to redirect? We are going to redirect back to our index. So we call route project what index. Click on that. If everything goes fine, it's going to return a success for us. Now once it returns a success for us, we say you successfully restored the project. Okay, this is the message that will display to us. This success will appear as a green icon up. So if everything, now let's bring it down so that it will look neater. So having this, now let's move on and check if it all works very well. So we are going to refresh this deleted icon. Something is wrong here. Delete permanently is not defined. That is true. Okay, what we are going to do, we are going to, for now we have not added it, so we are going to comment this out. Later we are going to go back to it. Now let's refresh and see if everything works fine. Okay, now we have this will restore. Do you understand? This will restore. So let's see if it works. By the time we click on it, it's out from that place. So from there, it's no longer here. That means everything works well. It has been restored back. So we can choose to delete this too, knowing that everything will still be there. We have deleted it from the index. So by the time we go to our deleted project, it's going to be there. By the time we click on this, that one has been restored. Remember, we say it should redirect us back to the index. That is why it's taking us here. But there's this one that is still there. We can still restore it. Now, this, you are seeing how it works. You can delete it and you can restore it. Now, if by now, right now we have restored everything back, by the time we go to refresh our DB, we are going to discover that the deleted art is now null. The deleted art is now null. So that is the concept of soft delete. In soft delete, it adds a date here. Now this date is what we tell Eloquent that this model has been deleted. Like, don't fetch it when you are fetching data. But once there is no date on it, that means it has not been deleted. So having that works very well. Now we move on to the rest, to delete permanently. Right now we can delete and restore. What if we want to permanently delete it from our database? What do we do? We can come here, let's say we delete this, it goes to the recycle bin. We have it in the recycle bin. Now let's go back to this and we uncomment it out. We say there's a route deleted permanently. Now we copy that route, we go back to our web route. We are going to add it. Now we call it delete. Now we can give it a name. We say delete permanently. Now instead of delete, we can say delete, or let me look for a better name. I will call it. I can say here restore project. Okay, we can call it delete permanently. Delete permanently. I copy the other one, I paste it here. Delete permanently. Delete permanently. You know what I did here. Now it's also going to collect an ID. It's going to collect an ID. Now we have a delete permanently a method. Now coming to our project controller, we are going to create that function, that method. We call it this. It's also going to have carry an ID. Collecting an ID, we say, what do? We query that project, that very project. By the time we query that project, we assign it to a variable, say project, where the same thing that happens here, where what? The ID is equal to the ID of this. Now, with trash, we say with trash, we get the first one. Now getting the first one, we have actually getting it. So what do? The next thing is that we need to delete it permanently. How do we delete it permanently? We force delete it. We force delete it. Delete. By the time we force delete it, it should be gone. So we have this, then we return. We also return to our index. So redirect. So by the time we redirect to route. Now delete the route project index, return to project index. We are going to carry we give it a success. If everything works well, it should give us a success message that we successfully deleted permanently. No, or you can say it has been successfully deleted from the recycle bin. Okay, then permanently from the recycle bin. So we push this down so that our code will be clearer from far. Okay, now we have this. If everything works well, we go back to this. We have this project that is still here, and by the time we refresh this, okay, that permanently deleted is there. By the time we have this, now let's say we delete this, we want to delete project 2, we click on it. If everything works well, you successfully deleted permanently from the recycle bin. Let's go to our recycle bin, it's not there. Now let's come to this. We have 2 projects here. By the time we refresh this, that should be gone permanently. We only have 1 project here. Now that is it. So from here we should be able to understand the concept of delete. We actually treated so many things here. Sort delete, we also deleted force delete, we also talk about restore. You can actually restore a deleted project. We talk about how you can do that, how you can restore it. We also saw how we can delete a project from the DB and permanently. So that is where we are going to wrap up our project. So in case you don't follow it, I'm going to drop a link to the repo in case you just want to copy the repo, or you are not following, you miss out some things, or somewhere you don't understand some things. I'm going to drop the link to the repo on where it is, so that you can be able to follow along. Now you can reach me out. So I also write articles on dev.to. You can go to dev.to/kingsconsult. Click on that. You are going to see me there. Follow me there. Follow me. You can ask your question there, or you can ask your question down below this link. Okay, I will be there to answer your question. Follow me, subscribe to my channel, like the video, comment and leave a comment, and turn on the notification so that you get my weekly update. See you. Thank you. Happy coding.